can't get your artwork into a gallery, it means your stuff is no good. Let's talk about that. Okay, so if you have gotten into the fine art world at all, you have probably considered at some point trying to get your stuff into a gallery or looking into what it might take to be accepted into a gallery. First of all, understand, if you can't get your work into a gallery, that does not immediately mean that you are not good at what you do. Let's just go over a couple things that I've learned in the process of trying to get into a gallery. Okay, so what are galleries looking for? A lot of times they'll be looking for technique and composition and appeal and skill, but more than anything, they're looking for what their people are buying. Think of a gallery like a catalog. Does your artwork fit within their catalog? Think of what a catalog looks like. Usually it has kind of an overarching tone or feel, or you have a certain type of product. You're not going to find high fashion in a farm and tractor catalog. Before you ask any gallery to look at your work, consider a few of these things. Look at the different galleries. Can you tell if there's a theme or a vibe or some sort of trend within all of the pieces in the gallery? Ask them. Ask the workers if they've noticed any sort of trend on what's selling. A lot of times they'll be more than willing to share with you exactly what's selling. If not, no big deal. As you look around, make note of different things. Look at the subject, look at the size, look at the color, the texture, anything that you can think of, observe. Think big. It's very rare that they'll take smaller works because they want something that looks like a statement piece, whether it be sculpture or a large wall art piece or something of that nature. If you do work small, think of providing things in sets. So you finally gather up the bravery to ask them, keep a few of these things in mind. Check their website and see if they have an official form for you to fill out. They might ask for a portfolio, or you might actually be able to go in and bring a few pieces with you for them to just see. They want to see what you can do. Now, the best thing you can keep in mind when you ask, don't take it personally. This is not a judgment on your skill level, not always. Especially if you're working in more of the realistic side of things, you want to make sure your stuff is up to par. And same thing with abstract. If you're working in abstract, make sure that your stuff is up to par. It's not just soapbox moment. Abstract is not just throwing paint at a canvas. There is intention, there's color, there's texture, there's a lot of things that go into abstract. So, off my soapbox. Just remember that it's not personal. They need to eat too, and they can't take up their precious gallery space when they're paying rent and they're paying for the utilities and they're storing stuff that they know will never sell. Also keep in mind when you ask that you should be following the trend. Don't just copy things that are already in the gallery. Someone who has like a set of birds in the gallery, if you bring in a set of birds, they might say, well, we already have an artist that kind of does that. So, you know, that this is great and all, but we're honoring this other artist in this area. If they offer critique, take it. Absolutely take it. These are the people who are actively selling things. They know what's selling. And if there's something that you can improve on in your artwork or your subject matter to make it more appealing to an audience, take it. Again, take it with a grain of salt, but it's free advice. Understand that most of the time they're looking for fine art, but on the occasion they will have like some specialty items like wood turned pens. There's one that I saw, they had glass blown ships, like super cool. So if you have more of like a rare appeal item, that might appeal to them, but most of the time it's going to be like either 3D sculpture or just 2D work. On the chance that you do get accepted, look at their policies and look at different things. They often will not buy a painting outright. Most galleries can't afford to do that. So they offer a commission. It might be a 10%, 15, 20, but most of the time I've seen like 30 to 40%. So you're not making money right away and you're still waiting for them to sell the piece. Those are just a few things that I've learned in just looking through galleries, talking to gallery owners, and trying to get my own things in a gallery. So if you're not accepted, don't sweat it. It doesn't mean that you're a bad artist. And the best part is you can always try again, but it also doesn't mean that you're not a legit artist. You may just need to build your own audience instead of tapping into theirs. Thanks for watching, peeps, and get on my email list if you want to find out more about new videos and products and giveaways and free resources, all the good stuff. So, see you later. So. Wow, okay. I have a vacuum.